Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm Subponicat Poster, and today we are going to, well, as it says, meet Aaron at the Palace of the Sun.
Move along. You have no need to worry.
Oh, who's this guy?
Greetings, Aloy. I am known as Blameless Murad. Please come with me. You're needed for an important consultation.
What do you mean? Where's Erend?
He's inside, attending the Sun King, where we should be without further delay. Follow me, please.
All of these people are here to see the Sun King.
Yes, and each has come to ask a favor of him. Unpleasant, but that's politics. The Sun King is eager to meet you, a machine tamer with a curious eye for detail. It's all very intriguing.
I'm not here to intrigue you.
Too late.
First the Oseram get special treatment, and now Outlanders from the Savage East could the Sun King have a...
Ah, quit your bitching.
Passed by some Outlander woman? Unacceptable.
Well, I could kill all of you, and then you wouldn't have to wait in line anymore.
Ignore them. Nobles are like children who whine when they don't get a second helping of dessert.
What's the Sun King like?
The most important thing is what he isn't like. His father. I think you'll find him to be a reasonable man.
And what if I don't?
Aloy of the Nora. She who sees the unseen. Welcome. It would seem you have done me a great service. Erend, tell her what you found.
I checked Ursa's tomb. You were right, Aloy. The body is missing a scar below her right knee. I gave it to Ursa when we were kids, fighting over a toy sword.
If the body is not Ursa's, then we must assume she is still alive. And I will not abandon her.
We only know she was taken, not who took her.
I can help with that. Ursa has an enemy among the Oseram. A warlord named Dervahl.
Impossible. Every clan in the claim has been hunting for him since the liberation. He has to be dead by now.
No other Oseram had the motive and ingenuity to lure Ursa into this trap. I expect to find him lurking somewhere near the border. I've already sent an agent to investigate. He'll be waiting for word from us at the marketplace in Pitchcliff.
I can't move troops to the border without provoking the Oseram. But I could send a few vanguardsmen. And perhaps an exceptionally gifted Nora as well.
Yeah, sure.
Erend, Murad, let me discuss it with her privately. I hate to impose further after all you've done, but this is a matter of great importance to me.
It sounds like Ursa means a lot to you.
Without her Oseram vanguard, I would not have been able to liberate Meridian and end my father's brutal reign. Since then, it has been difficult to maintain peace between our tribes. But Ursa has a way of making her people see reason. So you see, I need her back at my side. And quickly.
Who is Dervahl exactly?
To understand Dervahl, you must first understand my father. He truly thought of himself as a sun god. His mind was broken. He believed that blood sacrifice would solve, well, everything. So he raided the other tribes for victims, especially the Oseram. Dervahl fought back. He crafted powerful weapons and rallied his people. My father responded with the ultimate cruelty. He captured Dervahl's wife and daughter and sacrificed them in the Sun Ring.
Oh, that's great.
So, why would Dervahl go to so much trouble to kidnap Ursa?
He felt she betrayed him. She fought by his side until she realized he planned to raise Meridian and butcher its people. And she came to me. Together, we stopped him and liberated the city from my father. Dervahl has spent every moment since trying to get revenge. Mostly on the other Oseram who fought with us. He made so many powerful enemies, I thought we'd seen the last of him. I was wrong.
I'd like to ask you something about the Sundom and its politics.
By all means.
They call you a sun god who killed his own father in order to unite the tribes in harmony. Is any of it true?
They say you can see the invisible, split an arrow at 50 paces, and tame machines at a glance. How much of that is true?
All of it.
It's not too far off.
Well, I would like to unite the tribes in harmony, but you saw how many courtiers I have to deal with first. Maybe next week.
Quite a place you've got here. You can almost see the little people below the mesa.
You don't approve? Well, I have a secret for you. Neither do I. But we must be patient. Change won't come in a single sunrise.
But will it happen at all, while men live in palaces?
It might. Eventually. If people like you help me bring it about.
Your politics seem very complicated. The Oseram are friends, but enemies too?
I couldn't have liberated Meridian without the help of Ursa and her Oseram freebooters. Many of them have settled here. But the Ealdormen of the Oseram clans in the Claim have become jealous of their success. So have many Carja nobles. It's a volatile situation, especially given the fact that my father raided the Oseram for years. Ursa helps keep the peace, promising a future based on mutual gain. But some, like Dervahl, will never let go of their venom.
What can you tell me about the Shadow Carja? What do they have to do with Ursa?
They are remnants of my father's regime, holding out at the fortress of Sunfall to the west. Like him, they care only for domination, and seek to draw upon the power of the sun by spilling blood in its name. Since Ursa helped me take this city from them, they were perfect scapegoats. Dervahl knew this, of course, and planned it well.
Well, that was fun.
I need to get going.
I know. Well, they say kings should never beg. But please, help me find Ursa.
Who says that?
Well, Murad, for one. Don't hesitate to ask him or Erend if you have further questions.
That's an interesting outfit you have there. Yes, I know there's a book there that I didn't read. But here's one that I do. It's just basically a history of all the Sun Kings. If you look at Bassadid's entry, the Forbidden West, that is kind of important as that's where the sequel will be set. History. Get stuck on the fucking table!
Stirring up tensions. I'm keeping my eyes open.
Aloy, how can I be of service?
It's obvious that you're an advisor to the Sun King, but what is it you do exactly?
Whatever is needed, of course.
Are you always so evasive?
Yes.
It depends.
You were right about Avad. He seems genuine.
He is the Sun King. I serve him the best I can. What else would you have me say?
Huh. Did you serve the last one as best you could, too?
Well, I served him to his enemies. It was the best I could do for the Sundom.
What did you do?
Nothing I could be blamed for.
Sounds to me like you're a spy.
There are many helpful voices in the Sundom and beyond. I like to think of myself as a good listener.
So why do they call you Blameless Marad?
Well, it depends on who you mean by they, and what they might wish to blame me for.
I like Murad. He's just slippery as
Talking to you is
shit.
tiring.
So they say.
What will I find at the border?
An outpost full of Oseram, most of whom want nothing to do with Dervahl. Still, he inspires great loyalty in those who fought with him against the last Sun King. He will not be caught alone. And don't forget, he is a master craftsman. Nothing delights him more than his dangerous toys.
What makes you so sure Dervahl did this to Ursa?
I don't care for sure or certain. I prefer likely or probably. How many Oseram are clever enough for this ruse? Capable of building the weapon you described? Who hate Ursa so? More than one? Not likely. Dervahl? Quite probably.
Even if people think he's dead?
That is surely another reason to be suspicious of certain words.
I have to go.
Then you must.
Well, thanks, Murad.
So, I thought Ursa was dead, and I thought Dervahl was dead. Dead doesn't seem to mean what it used to. Or maybe I'm just an ass. Whatever. All I know is that it's time to find my sister and get some payback. I hope Murad's guy grabs us the lead.
Did Ursa ever tell you anything about Dervahl?
We were both under his command for a while. Sort of. Helped him recruit an army to take out the mad Sun King. But then he got real creepy with Ursa. Needless to say, she wasn't interested, but he wouldn't let it go. Not to mention the fact that we realized he wanted to murder every Carja, not just the bad ones. Long story short, he's a grazer-licking dungbag.
Avad seems committed to finding your sister.
Yeah, those two got along. And some people say they shacked up, but I don't buy it. Seems a little skinny for her. Oh, okay, some bad images are forming in my head. Let's just focus on finding her. And kicking Dervahl's ass.
I'd better go.
All right, Aaron.
Don't stand me up in Pitchcliff, okay? Ursa needs us.
Well, I guess we'll get going to Pitchcliff. It's a bit of a ways away. Be a little bit careful with this Ravager. Okay, we're good. There's a Watcher over there, another Ravager. We go this way, we'll be fine. Also, welcome to Arches National Park. There's Delicate Arch. That's what shows up on our license plates and pretty much every damn thing that has to do with Utah.
I'll find a use for you.
there's been some climate change, or this is like fall, winter time. You don't get a heck of a lot of snow at Arches. It does do that occasionally, but not very often. And I'm on foot here because, you know, didn't bring a horse. Turkey. So just run along, pick some plants, grab some wood. I want to avoid those tramplers and the other Ravager over there, so we'll just walk in the river. Should be fine if you do this. I was just short of my exploring of getting the fireplace that was right by where we need to go, so I had to do a little hoof in it. I'm like, oh wait, I can get out over there and go back. We're just out of line of sight, thank God. Tramplers or the Ravager on their own wouldn't be so bad, but the mix of the two would probably be a real shit show. Yeah. Now it's a little foggy. It's all pretty up here. Let's call a lift. Ah, there we go. Move at a slightly faster pace. And there's the campfire right outside of town, but there's also one inside town, so I didn't bother to save outside.
I know how to put them to use. Always be work for me. No time to chat. I've got bills to pay and shipments to move.
It's a decent-sized little, I don't know, outpost.
No sign of Marad's guy. He's had plenty of time to investigate.
We'd better look for him.
Damn right.
Damn Carter, look at us sideways when half their priests and nobles are traitors.
Oh look, a track.
Well, someone left here recently, and they were in a hurry.
Now here's a face I don't mind seeing.
You talking about me or Aaron? Probably Aloy. Well, this is shocking.
Has to be Marad's guy. Dervahl's thugs must have made him.
Maybe because he found something. Look at this. I think he drew a map with his own blood.
Right. Those kind of maps you know you better follow.
That might be Pitchcliff. He marked a spot to the north. Could be Dervahl's location.
My men are waiting outside of town. I'll grab them and meet you there.
Alright. Are we gonna do anything about this guy? No, let's just leave him. Go up and use this campfire. Make a save. So yeah, I'm not sure where they put one just outside of town and one in town. I guess if you want to get in the general area but don't want to have to deal with walking through? Not sure. We don't have to come back here as part of the quest, so... Oh, God damn it.
Not, you know, Oseram good, but...
How's that wrestling arm?
Aaron? Never mind. So we'll head out and we don't get very far before all kind of shit start happening. Now, if that were, say, a sawtooth or something, I would just ride on by and not even worry about it. But because the Ravagers got range, we'll say. And I'm being extra careful here because sometimes there are 2 Ravagers. There's only 1 this time, but probably don't want to run into 2 Ravagers. You gotta be really careful here. Like, this is the only spot you can stand and be hidden, even though your ass is hanging half out. Yeah, see? Go up a little bit and you're totally visible. Luckily, this Ravager can't see me on the other side of the wood pile. Looks like he's pissing on that corpse. Hello. Okay, now we're pretty good to go. Yeah, so much for that guy. I head just up the path and there's a fuckload of snap maws. This is like the worst road ever. And I'm like, well, I have an idea. And I've taken an upgrade. We can now knock 2 arrows. There's one that'll get you 3. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do, is attract that guy on over and have our bubby give us a little hand. poor sheep gets all wrecked. Yeah, good job. I tried to get him out of the way so he doesn't get all fucked up by Snapmaws.
Least I can do.
This takes for fucking ever. There we go. It gets fast at the end, but shit. Ravager's still doing some work for us. Bullshit hitboxes. Oh, Jesus, God, what? And I'm not sure why he just decided, you know, fuck it, I'm just walking away. I mean, I'm glad for it, but... Oh no, my Ravager! Well... Thank you. And fuck you. Just do a little looting. Oh god, the carnage! Roger did good work. Took out like 5 things. And, well, we're taking this with us, so, we'll just speed this next section up because it takes a long time to run with this fucking cannon. Oh, hey, we made it. Finally.
Machines. Looks like they've been chained up.
Dervahl's a tinker. He probably experiments on them or strips them for parts.
Maybe I can use them to make some trouble. I'll go in first. Hold off until the fighting starts.
All right, we've got your back.
So this part of the mission was actually kind of a huge pain in the ass. That's the reason I brought the cannon. But, first things first, Aaron's AI isn't all that great. So they're hiding, skulking around for now. But if one of the Ostrom even goes on a, like, hey, there's somebody here maybe, they just start shit. And there are a fuckload, as you can see. There's just a ton of them in this fucking fort. And it's bad because if you're trying to be sneaky, then they just start shit and you get overrun by a ton of fucking dudes. So that's the first thing. We'll take out some of these sentries here.
This is where it ends.
And especially that guy who's a heavy. Alright, so that helps somewhat. And then there's the chained up animals. So you're thinking, okay, well maybe, you know, I can override them. Now you fuckers behave yourselves. So, if you try and, well, shoot these things, you know, it's like, oh, they're chained up. Well, maybe I can use this to my advantage. Shooting it with regular arrows doesn't do fucking shit.
Rost always said, patience.
Which I ran out of trying to do this fucking shit. I'm like, okay, maybe I move a little bit. No. And if you miss the chain at all and hit the critter, then it goes aggro, breaks its chain, and will hunt you down no matter where the fuck you're hiding. So it's kind of bullshitty. See, it's like, oh, well, can I override them? No, you can't. And I don't know if it's because they're already red, but it's like, well... Shoot it a couple more times. I'm like, maybe it's just my targeting. No, it's not. Just goes right through. Like they don't even exist. And then I finally remember, oh, duh.
Dervahl's men. It's about to get ugly.
I hope so.
And see, he just comes looking for us, even though we're hidden. Right at us. There's people shooting at him, and he's like, no, let me go find Aloy and fuck her up.
Dodging this!
There goes Aaron's guys, but at this point, we're pretty good. I'm like, ah, yes.
Try me now.
And as you can see, I think it's Aaron that's already gone down 8 shit because of all the crap going on. Oh. Yeah, it's like, what are you not dying? Oh, that's one of my allies, duh.
I see him.
Sorry. Oh, well, there's no friendly fire. And I want to be careful about... God damn fucking chicken. Let's make short work of these guys.
Let's find her.
The reason I went to all the trouble to drag it up here was in case everything went to shit, like, before I was able to knock the cannon off that other Ravager. It's always good to have backup. When you have the entire fucking fort empty out into that little area, yeah, it's a fucking mess. Hey, buddy.
Heavy. It's hard, too.
Yep, and now we've got 75 new rounds. And there's 2 more critters up there, but we'll just ignore them. They're not required to progress anything, and well, it's just safer to leave them alone.
Dervahl says you gotta eat dirt.
I want to congratulate this guy on being the worst, most unobservant guard or whatever in the history of history. He's right there. We duck behind a fucking box, and he's all, where'd she go? Unfortunately, I dropped the cannon right outside the door there. So I'll have to pretend to be sneaky.
For the claim!
Pick it up!
Ursa must be in there. We have to get through.
I'm better at that than you, dude. And, yeah. Just showing off. You can't damage these things. The secret is, well, earplugs?
They must use these to protect themselves from that awful sound.
You can turn it off so Aaron can get through. I brought this because I couldn't remember if there was another guy down here, but there's not. It's just, it's fine once you get through the idiot.
Ursa!
Aaron? Dervahl tried to break me. Shows what he knows.
I should have been with you. Why didn't you come for me? I know I'm a useless trunk, but...
No, idiot. I got a message from Dervahl saying he wanted to parlay. I didn't come for you because I knew it was a trap. I couldn't let you get hurt. Just didn't think it'd be that good a trap. Thought I could take him out. Now listen. Dervahl's planning something big in Meridian. He said he'd force Avad to watch as the smoke darkens their precious sun. Your king needs you. No more playing around. You're gonna have to grow up fast.
I will. I promise.
You damn well better, little brother.
I would like to fucking complain that we went through all this trouble and she dies anyway. It's hardly necessary that they fucking fridge her. It's one of the big shortfalls, I would say, in this game. Completely shitting the bed.
Erend, I'm so sorry.
We've got to find Dervahl. But Meridian's a big place.
I'll look through his things. Maybe we can narrow it down.
It's basically just a big fucking waste of time. I'm not sure exactly what the purpose of that whole shit was.
Strange device. It's beautifully crafted.
I mean, it would be totally possible to just have her be like, oh yeah, I got fucked up, I'm not gonna be fighting anymore, but I could still hang out, and Erend could still grow the fuck up, without having to just fucking kill her twice. Basically. It's like, what's glowing over there? It doesn't actually do anything. Oh yeah, it's this book.
Just notes about crafting. Oh, and a letter tucked between the pages. Lots of blaze. Headed to Meridian. If we find it, I'll bet we find Dervahl too.
I like how Aloy just scrambled up on those boxes. Well, at least there were a few things worth of shit in there.
I think I found something that can help. Let's head back to the palace.
Go. I won't be long, but I need to tend to my sister.
Again. Fucking shit. Alright, well, that's gonna do it for this episode of Let's Play Horizon Zero Dawn. Go ahead and join us again next time where we make it back to the palace and wrap up this fucking quest.